Magnesium is one of the most talked about supplements right now. You'll see it everywhere, on TikTok, in wellness podcasts, and all over YouTube, with people claiming it can help with sleep, anxiety, stress, muscle cramps, PMS, and even headaches. But here's the important question. Does magnesium actually work, especially for women? Because magnesium is not just another trendy supplement. It's actually involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, and many women are unknowingly deficient or getting far less than they need. Low magnesium levels have been linked to things many women struggle with daily: trouble sleeping, anxiety, or feeling constantly on edge, painful menstrual cramps, migraines, muscle tension, and fatigue. But here's where things get confusing. Not all magnesium supplements are the same. There are multiple forms of magnesium, and some work much better for sleep, while others support digestion, muscle function, or brain health. So in this video, we're going to break down what magnesium actually does in the body, whether it really helps with sleep, anxiety, and menstrual cramps, the different types of magnesium supplements, who benefits most from taking magnesium, and how to take it safely. By the end of this video, you'll know whether magnesium is something that could actually help your health, or if it's just another overhyped supplement. Why magnesium is so important for women? Magnesium is a mineral that plays a role in hundreds of processes inside the body. It helps regulate muscle contraction, nerve signaling, blood sugar levels, blood pressure, hormone balance, and sleep cycles. Magnesium also helps produce ATP, which is the molecule your cells use for energy. That means magnesium is deeply involved in how your body produces and uses energy throughout the day. But despite how important it is, many people aren't getting enough magnesium from their diet. Studies suggest that a significant portion of adults consume less magnesium than recommended, and women may be particularly vulnerable because of factors like hormonal fluctuations, menstruation, stress, pregnancy, and certain medications. On top of that, modern diets often contain more processed foods, which tend to be much lower in magnesium compared to whole foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes. Even soil depletion in agriculture has reduced magnesium levels in some crops. So the combination of diet, lifestyle, and stress can create a situation where many women are operating with suboptimal magnesium levels. And when magnesium levels drop, the body often starts showing symptoms. Signs you might be low in magnesium deficiency doesn't always show up in obvious ways. Instead, it often appears as symptoms people might not immediately connect to a mineral deficiency. Some common signs include trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, anxiety or irritability, muscle cramps or twitching, headaches or migraines, fatigue, PMS symptoms, painful menstrual cramps, sugar cravings, and constipation. Magnesium plays a key role in calming the nervous system, so when levels are low, the body can become more sensitive to stress. This can create a cycle where stress depletes magnesium, and low magnesium makes stress harder to handle. For women who experience PMS, menstrual cramps, or migraines, magnesium levels may also fluctuate during the menstrual cycle. This is why magnesium supplementation has been studied as a possible way to support several common health issues women experience. Let's start with one of the most popular claims: sleep. Does magnesium help with sleep? Magnesium is often marketed as a natural sleep aid, but how exactly does it work? Magnesium supports sleep in several ways. First, it helps regulate the neurotransmitter GABA, which plays an important role in calming the brain and preparing the body for sleep. GABA essentially acts like a brake pedal for the nervous system. When GABA activity increases, brain activity slows down, making it easier to relax and fall asleep. Magnesium also influences melatonin, the hormone that controls the sleep-wake cycle. Research suggests magnesium can help regulate melatonin production, which may support a healthier circadian rhythm. Another reason magnesium may help sleep is that it helps relax muscles and the nervous system. Low magnesium can cause muscle tension or restlessness, which can interfere with falling asleep comfortably. Some clinical studies have found that magnesium supplementation may help improve sleep quality, sleep duration, and sleep onset. However, the effects tend to be modest rather than dramatic. Magnesium isn't a sedative. It doesn't knock you out like sleeping pills. Instead, it supports the body's natural relaxation processes, which may help improve sleep over time. Magnesium and anxiety. Another reason magnesium has become popular is its potential role in reducing stress and anxiety. Magnesium interacts with the body's stress response system, including the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, often called the HPA axis. The system regulates how the body releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. When magnesium levels are adequate, the body may be better able to regulate stress signals and prevent the nervous system from becoming overly stimulated. Magnesium also influences NMDA receptors in the brain, which are involved in excitatory nerve signaling. In simple terms, magnesium helps prevent nerve cells from becoming overactive, which can contribute to feelings of anxiety or agitation. Some studies have found that magnesium supplementation may reduce symptoms of mild anxiety or stress, especially in individuals who are magnesium deficient. However, magnesium should not be viewed as a replacement for therapy or medical treatment when anxiety is severe. Instead, it may function as a supportive nutrient that helps stabilize the nervous system. For many women, this is particularly helpful during times of increased stress, hormonal changes, or poor sleep. Magnesium and menstrual cramps. Now let's talk about something that affects millions of women every month: menstrual cramps. Menstrual cramps are largely driven by hormone-like compounds called prostaglandins. These chemicals cause the uterus to contract so the uterine lining can shed during menstruation. However, when prostaglandin levels are high, these contractions can become more intense, leading to painful cramps. Magnesium may help in two ways. First, magnesium helps relax smooth muscle tissue, including the muscles of the uterus. Second, magnesium may help regulate inflammatory pathways that influence prostaglandin production. Some studies suggest magnesium supplementation may help reduce the severity of menstrual pain, especially when taken consistently over time. Magnesium may also support symptoms like bloating, headaches, and mood changes. Because magnesium also interacts with the nervous system, it may help reduce the stress and tension that can worsen PMS symptoms. The different types of magnesium. One of the biggest sources of confusion with magnesium is that there are many different forms. Not all magnesium supplements behave the same way in the body. Here are some of the most common types. Magnesium glycinate. This form is often recommended for sleep and anxiety because it's well absorbed and tends to be gentle on the stomach. Magnesium citrate. This type is commonly used for constipation because it draws water into the intestines and stimulates bowel movements. Magnesium oxide. This form contains a lot of elemental magnesium but is poorly absorbed, which makes it less effective for many purposes. Magnesium threonate. This form has gained attention because it may cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning it may support cognitive and neurological health. Magnesium malate, often used for energy support and muscle function, especially in people with fatigue or muscle pain. Choosing the right form often depends on the specific reason someone is taking magnesium. Who benefits most from magnesium? Certain groups of women may benefit more from magnesium supplementation. Women who may have higher magnesium needs include women with high stress levels, women with PMS or menstrual cramps, women with migraines, women experiencing sleep difficulties, women with insulin resistance or PCOS, women who exercise frequently. Certain medications can also reduce magnesium levels, including some acid reflux medications and diuretics. However, magnesium supplementation is not always necessary for everyone. Many people can improve magnesium levels through diet by eating foods such as pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, dark chocolate, avocado. These foods naturally contain magnesium along with other beneficial nutrients. So does magnesium really help with sleep, anxiety, and cramps? The answer is sometimes, especially if your body is not getting enough magnesium to begin with. Magnesium plays a critical role in calming the nervous system, supporting muscle relaxation, and regulating many processes involved in stress and hormone balance. For some women, improving magnesium intake, either through diet or supplements, can make a noticeable difference in sleep quality, stress levels, and menstrual discomfort. But like any supplement, magnesium works best when it's part of a larger foundation of good health, including nutrition, sleep, and stress management. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. Have you ever tried magnesium supplements, and did they make a difference for you? And if you want more evidence-based explanations about women's health, hormones, and nutrition, subscribe to Women's Health Explained so you don't miss the next video. With sleep, anxiety, stress, muscle cramps, PMS, and even headaches,